Hi, I'm Phil, and that's me. This is a look at my game production class, Game Jam. Game production classes are designed to give students an experience of working in a group to create working games in a very limited amount of time. Today, Professor Holbert is giving us the prompt for our third game of the class, and now we get split up into groups to create this game. This is my group. James, Matt, Audie. Oh, hey, look, it's me again. We're all seniors, so we've worked together on a lot of projects, and we know each other's strengths, so we all sort of know our roles on this game going into it. James is really good at level design and has a good handle on programming, so he's going to be lead designer and producer. Matt is really good at programming as well, and he's also a great environment artist, so he's going to take care of coding the game, inputting all the character prop and environment assets that Audie and I create. Audie is way better of an artist than I am, so she's going to be handling art direction. In addition to creating all the characters, she'll be deciding the vision of the art and giving me notes on my designs for all the props that I make. Speaking of which, I will be the prop artist, so any small assets such as buckets, barrels, tables, swords, that's what I make. So I'm basically Audie's helper monkey. Okay, now that we have our group, we all know our roles, and we have our prompt, the cardinal virtue of justice, we have to take that prompt and put it in a game in a way that's fun, in a way that's not cheesy, and in a way that's doable in the 2 weeks we have to make the game. Roll the brainstorming montage. We decided on creating this game that we actually pitched for our senior project, but wasn't greenlit. The game is Dockscree. Audie, Sarah, and I actually drafted the concept for this game back in a game design class. The premise of the game is in 18th century Prussia, you're playing as this anthropomorphic dachshund who goes to rescue a baby squirrel prince that's gotten kidnapped by the evil badgers, just because badgers and dachshunds are arch enemies. And the name Dockscree roughly translates to Badger War. So the justice of this is you go and have to rescue this baby squirrel that's been injusticed. Is that a word? We're going with it anyway. So leaving this first class session, our job is to draft a GDD, a game design document, which is a document that encapsulates everything the game is. So it has the overview of the game, then it breaks down into the details of, okay, how does it play? What are the mechanics? What is the aesthetic? What art assets do you need? What programming assets do you need? And just very meticulously lists all of those things. It's similar to mise en place when you're cooking. Mise en place is a technique where you have all of your ingredients prepared and set aside before you even begin to think about cooking. It's the same thing, but with a game here. Fast forward a few days to our next class, and this is what we came up with. Okay, we've got this great plan, now it's time to make it happen. Over the course of the next week and a half, we all work on the game on our own. Designing the levels, coding those levels, modeling and texturing assets, adding those assets to the game, all the while iterating on our work and redoing those steps when needed to improve and polish the game until time runs out. By now, our last class session, we have a playable, relatively polished game. I mean, we had 2 weeks, but I think it turned out pretty good. Game design is an iterative process. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of collaboration with your team. I'm really glad I had such a great team that I work well with. It was really gratifying to take this project that I had previously planned for and see it go past the concept stage and become an actual playable game.
The idea for the world was that you have these beings that require light to survive. These light sheep that you collect and shepherd in the world are like the main source of that light. So they're extremely important to like the culture and the people.
It's based off the Good Shepherd story.